So, traveling with children, going on vacation is exciting for the whole family. What is not always fun is the journey to get there. When you are on your way and everyone is having difficulty being patient, it can seem like everyone has trouble waiting to get there. How many times do you hear, are we there yet? Or how much longer do we have to go? So how can you keep your kids busy on a trip, no matter whether it's by vehicle, train, airplane, or however you're going to travel? So I'm going to give you some tips today on traveling with children to keep them busy. So the first thing is some creative supplies. Bring along the basics such as coloring books, paper, crayons, pens, pencils. Your child or children will have plenty of time to create and imagine, and this will give them an outlet. To encourage your children to use these supplies, consider buying a new special set, maybe of some markers. I know that they have I think they're called Color Easy, that we had started getting, where you can't mark on the actual furniture or anything else other than the special paper. So that's a cool little set that they could get. Or anything, that it's especially fun for your child that they're not used to having on a daily basis. The next is some interactive games. Always have some ideas of games on hand that you can all play together. Some easy picks, or I Spy, or you could do like a scavenger hunt where each person has a sheet of paper with a list of items that they have to check off as they find them during the trip. You can also play some games as one where you can take turns listing items that you take on vacation that begin with the letters of the alphabet in order. To take it up a notch, turn it into a memory game where each person has to remember every item that was listed before theirs, as well as making up a new one for the next letter. Another thing is a travel journal. If your children are old enough to write, give them a travel journal. Each child could write about their own vacation highlights. Younger children can draw pictures for their entries instead of using words. They can really make something keepsake that they can look back on after the trip. The next is game consoles. Now, game consoles have gotten a bad reputation, but long trips are one instance where they can be useful. Buy each child a new game that will keep him or her occupied for the long trip. Give them time limits and enforce mandatory breaks in order to give their eyes a rest. The next is a music or movie player. Having a device to listen to music on is a great idea for all ages. Before you leave, you could fill the device up with music of their choice. If you're going on an airplane, your child's own headphones can often be used to watch videos on board when the airplane is available. And just make sure that each one of them has their own set of headphones and carries them in their carry-on bag so that you don't have to go finding them. The next would be a digital camera. Now, if your child has a digital camera, encourage him to take photos while they're traveling the whole way, and boarding the airplane and out the airplane window. If he doesn't have one, consider buying him one or lending him yours. A digital camera will ensure that he can take as many pictures as he desires without having to worry about running out of film. Make sure that the batteries are freshly charged and take some extras so that he doesn't run out of battery time either. And then, of course, bring some snacks. Snacks are a must-have on any trip. The traveling time will always be more enjoyable if there's something to munch on. Bring items that can store well without a refrigerator. We always bring a small cooler with us on trips. Items such as veggies and hummus and fruit, dried fruit, granola bars, nuts, cheese sticks are fun and easy to bring along on trips. So traveling can be boring or it can be a lot of fun. It all depends on how well prepared that you are for it. When you're traveling with kids, there are many ways to make it more exciting for them. So put these tips to use and enjoy your travels while watching your kids enjoy the travel as well. If you have any other tips that you have used really well with your kids, let us know. Put them in the comments below. And I hope that you have a great rest of your weekend. Bye.